Alright, so we are going to be installing these bad boys. These are just they're from Jags. I think it's actually a Jags part number. Oh, actually, that's here they are. Jags subframe connectors, bolt in, and the directions say you can actually, you can weld these in too, but I'm just gonna bolt these in for now. I kind of already started. Well, all I did was get the nut off of your rear control arm. That just needs to be pulled out now. And then I need to break loose the other side, which is where I stopped last night. Right there, she's been soaking in some baby blaster. But anyway, you just take this bolt out, bolt that in. I don't know why they have that second bolt towards the front there, right here. Because online everyone was saying that there's nowhere it doesn't line up with the subframe at all. So they just do the one, and then on the front, show you guys on the driver's side, you basically bolt that in, rotate this up, and then you drill, using this as a template, you drill 3/8 drill bit through your floorboard. Just put your drill through there, whoop, zip it up there, move the carpet back, and then you bolt them in. They have a hardware kit as well. But on top of that, seen in the intro video, we were able to do a couple of really bad burnouts. The car was pushing through the front brakes. I had to bleed them like I think 2 or 3 times after that, so I haven't tried to do it again since. So we'll try that. We'll find out. But anyway, that was actually only on 7 cylinders. If you could see, we drove quite a bit on this, and we also took it to the drag strip, but it ran like garbage, so we're not going to talk about that at all. See how dark this one is, that one is. Look how shiny that one is still. This cylinder was never firing, and I also had it cracked. That bolt, the factory one, was stuck in there, as you know, always happens. So anyway, I ended up taking the whole head off, getting that bolt out, and I did all the new plugs and wires. We just did the, oh crap, where are they? NGK. Yeah, find out. Here's what we used, because we were not firing at all on number 8. Where I put them. The MSDs also came with a bunch of stickers. There's the part number, and I'm not sure where the spark plugs went. Anyway, they're like NGK something iridiums. Oh, here we go. That's those. They had really good reviews, so I just threw those in. So yeah, now we got these in. I read online that you could bend these out of the way, and if you look on, I think it's covered by the tracking information on my box, but on the box or online, their PDFs, it shows you this middle section here is actually a solid, thicker, round piece of stainless steel rod, and you actually can't bend it. See how this one's straight? Maybe it's hard to tell, but this one was actually coming straight into the header, and I just like very easily, like kind of where the logo is right here. The logo's underneath. Logo is right there. It looks like this. But yeah, I just barely put any force, just bent it, and it's nice. And same with this one. That's why this one kind of curves in there right between the headers, doesn't touch anything. But on top of that, we have, kind of rambling here, trying to get all at once. There's a bunch of things to cover. I gotta put this back on, obviously. But the stock idle screw was stuck. It was like freaking, I don't know, rusted in there. I mean, if you have a steel bolt and an aluminum throttle body, it's going to corrode or rust really bad, dissimilar metals. And so I pre-drilled a hole all the way through it, and then I put a nice long self-tapper in there, and that's almost OEM. I think that's good enough. It's good enough for me. Also, since I don't have a welder, nor do I know how to weld yet, I use JB Weld to stick the shift linkage from the 305 They had a bracket on there for the throttle body with the throttle body intake, whatever. It had the cable for the 700R4, which I also made this, which that would fit in. That little thing fits in perfectly in here, but the cable is too short. Maybe it would work for like a car intake when this could be down there, but I didn't take into account that, yeah, it reaches up to here almost, but it doesn't reach up here. It reaches up lengthwise, but not, doesn't have the additional length, excuse me, for the height. So I just kind of tucked that in there. I think I zip tied it before, and then I hooked this right on here. And yeah, like I said, I was able to drive, yeah, I just threw some zip ties on here, so it's kind of like a little bracket just on an intake. And I mean, I was able to drive it, no problem. It shifted really nice, shifted hard. And usually when I was trying to, you know, if I was trying to race or do some test hits from a dig, I was just shifting the 700R4 manually. You can look back on the channel. I actually did a shift kit on the 700R4. We have a 3200 stall Jax converter, and then we also have, you can see it right there, a trans cooler, oil cooler right there, and try to help it live for a little bit. But anyway, I just wanted to cover a couple of those things because I haven't really found much as far as like, well, I know I'm not the only one that had one of these get stuck, so whatever, but the rest was why we haven't seen any videos of this. So alright, let's get to the subframe connectors.